How do you keep your energy high at all times, under all circumstances? First and foremost, you must understand that you are an entrepreneur. Nothing should bother you. Circumstances will keep on changing on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly basis. Some to our favor, some against us. Our managers can get disturbed, upset, angry, frustrated, can quit and go. Our leaders can get upset and worried about the future, and they can have a wavering mind. But the one man who should continuously pursue growth under all circumstances, har hal mein, har kal mein, is the entrepreneur. And therefore, you, the entrepreneur, must be in a constant state of peace and tranquility. As per the changing circumstances, you cannot be changing your moods, because you are the entrepreneur. On your life and your state of mind depends the life of 100 people working in a company, 500 people working in a company, 5,000 people working in your company, or 50,000 people working in your company. You have no other alternative but to remain absolutely inspired, motivated under all circumstances, good or bad. Every kind of situation will happen, some that will be in favor, some that will not be in your favor. You must understand that you are the entrepreneur. Never forget that. You are the entrepreneur. You are the person who is going to keep the boat steady at all given times. You are the man who is not going to be worried about things that are happening or will happen. You are the person who gives the ultimate confidence to your employees. You are the person who should have the tremendous amount of faith and belief. And therefore, there is no other alternative but for you to remain steady and in a state of absolute happiness, excitement and enthusiasm under all good and bad circumstances. Now, there are various tools and techniques that I have taught in the past. How do you keep yourself absolutely motivated? There are CDs that can keep you motivated. There are audios that can keep you motivated. There are videos that can keep you motivated. There are self-improvement tools that are there, that can keep you motivated. There are mentors who can keep you motivated. There are consultants who can keep you motivated. There are trainers who can keep you motivated. There is meditation that can keep you motivated. There is yoga that can keep you motivated. There is health that can keep you motivated. So if you pay attention of your physical health, if you pay attention to your mental health, if you pay attention to the emotional health of yours, you cannot be emotionally upset and get angry and frustrated by every Tom, Dick and Harry situation that keeps on changing all the time. And it's a very dynamic world, so everything will keep on changing. And therefore, you have to remain composed, alert and directed in your thoughts, words and deeds. And that is where the whole steadiness of the ship comes in. And whether it is good or bad, you have no alternative but to remember that it is a responsibility. Entrepreneurship is a responsibility. It's not a privilege. It's a responsibility. It's a responsibility towards customers. It's a responsibility towards the community. It's a responsibility towards your employees, to your suppliers, to your vendors. It's a responsibility. It's not a privilege. So keep yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, absolutely in great spirits. Now there are various tools that you know of. You decide your tools. What can make you physically more fit and physically more energetic? You decide that. Whether it is doing Zumba dance, or whether it is going for a jog, or whether it is going for a walk, or whether it is swimming, that will increase your stamina. But physical stamina has to be very, very high. In a dynamic world, you have to keep transforming a lot of things, people, circumstances, everything. So physical fitness very important. Mentally, you need to be aware and alert of everything that is happening. So reading could be one of the most important things. Reading not only about your industry but about other industries. Taking cues from other industries and bringing and experimenting and innovating it in your own business. That could be there. Emotionally, how do you not get upset? Emotionally, there is a CD of mine called Productivity Multiplier. How do you remain productive under the most frustrating conditions? So, because situations don't create emotions. It is a way in which we look at situation that creates the emotion. And the emotion can be happiness, The emotion can be anger, it could be frustration, it could be helplessness, it is a feeling of handicap, it could be any kind of emotion, So you need to learn how to remain emotionally stable and very balanced, because you have no other alternative, because you are an entrepreneur. If you are an employee, if you are a manager, your moods can swing any which way. You can get upset and frustrated and angry and throw and resign and go away. But here in entrepreneurship, you can't resign. Whom will you give your resignation letter to? There's no bloody fellow whom you can resign to. You can write a letter to yourself that I, Santosh Nair, would like to resign from this organization because the situation out here, circumstances out here is not favorable, not conducive. Then make it favorable, make it conducive, do something about it. But to do something, you need to be physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically and spiritually very stable. And that's the way you can keep yourself motivated, is what I feel. There are various tools. You must find your own tools, you must find your own techniques, you must have your own self-direction, self-correction, self-improvement tools, so that you can take those self-initiative and remain motivated under all circumstances, good or bad.